Hi there, it's Kevin with the Rogue Market here with an update video for Modern Horizons. This is a set that I've been watching for quite some time. It was a very, very good buy for a long period, actually. I think this came out, summer of last year, and it was pretty hot, and the EV was there to be cracked for quite some time, and then it's like someone turned off the valve to it, and Modern Horizons just crashed in value. And that was mainly due to the fact that Pioneer became a new format. And we saw people cannibalizing their Modern cards to then go into the Pioneer format. Now it seems like Pioneer's cooled off. It looks like Modern is all the rage again, especially with like the Lurrus decks going around. A lot of people are rebuilding into some of the archetypes that Modern Horizons actually supports, such as Burn. There are a few cards in Burn that go well with it. And of course, there's Wrenn and 6 that is in Modern Horizons. So we've seen a huge rebound in Modern Horizons expected value. This is going off TCG market price since the collapse of Magic. So this one's actually rebound better than any other set, going from 110 at its low, actually a little bit less than 110 at its low, back up to 145. And it's also got one of the sharpest increase day after day, week after week. So let's take a look at Modern Horizons and see if it's worth it again to crack these. The price for my patrons is $163. That's another thing I've been noticing too, is on secondary sites like eBay and Dave and Adams and Amazon, the price of Modern Horizon has also been increasing. There was a time period you could find these on eBay for about 140, 145 when Pioneer came out, and the problem with Modern Horizons is I just think the supply of it is extremely high. However, I'm starting to think that maybe supply is a lot lower than I first thought. I've also been noticing some of my other distributors that used to have this as fully in stock. Now only a few of their warehouses have it in stock, or maybe they don't even have any at all. So again, that's a little bit of inside information I'm able to add to the mix, is being able to look at the different distributors and see at their levels. Now, again, there could be some warehouse issues. Maybe they haven't even cared to put it back in stock if people haven't been buying it. There are many of those type of factors that can, lead to a warehouse not actually stocking a particular product. However, looking at the trends on eBay, on TCG Player, on all these other secondary sites, I'm under the impression that Modern Horizons yet again is going to be investable, and especially if you just want to crack for the singles. So there are a couple things that are the cautionary tale here. Is Wrenn and 6 and Urza Lord High Artificer are two cards that you could argue could get banned in Modern, and if they do, there's two more Chase Mythics that are out of the mix. However, if you go down after that, I think that all the other cards are pretty safe, and maybe Arkham's Astrolabe, but that's common. So besides that one, all the rest of the cards are pretty safe, and there's also a lot of Commander goodies, which is exactly what you want for a set long term. If you are looking for a set that's very like this one for how much it has in play for Commander, then look at something like Battle Bond. And Battle Bond is up to about $175, $185 a booster box, and it has really, really increased, and didn't have a premium price to begin with. This one had a premium price to begin with, and we could see this one continue to increase in value, both as the expected value as well as the sealed booster box price. So we have some really good ones like Force of Negation, which is going to be a staple for a long time in both Commander and in Modern. We have cards like Prismatic Vista, which is just heavily played in Commander, and it's a very good one in Modern as well for people that do want to go this basic land type strategy. We have cards like Yawgmoth, again, that has a lot of play in Commander and also does see Modern from time to time. And Seasoned Pyromancer that has become a staple in Modern. And the Swords, which are also pretty good. The Sword of Truth or Justice has been trending upwards. And then we have a lot of Commander cards like the First Sliver, Morphle and the Boundless, which is one of the most popular Commanders. And the really good stuff about this Modern Horizons, which I've always liked this set, is it's got basically the rest of the enemy colored Horizon canopies. So there's a lot of value that you can get from the lands, and they're low right now. They're incredibly low right now. And I'm expecting these ones to recover the most because they do see a ton of play in both Modern and in Commander, at the two formats that long term I think age very, very well for Magic the Gathering. Now, I was under the impression that it would take a long time for Modern to recover because of Pioneer, but it seems like it's actually recovering a lot quicker than I even anticipated. I think the main reason is that Standard keeps pushing out some really powerful Pioneer cards, and the format's become very stale. With Theros pretty much ruined Pioneer, in my opinion. It added like Heliod and it added Thassa, and it made the meta that went from many different decks that they used to have a very, very high probability of banning cards that were warping the format, and it seems like they just laid off Pioneer right now. They're trying to let it settle, and none of these cards have much of a dominance, like a huge win percentage that they feel like they need to ban the cards. However, they do have dominance in the form that all roads lead to playing those cards. So both of those cards, the Heliod, Walking Ballista, and the Thassa's Oracle and self-mill type strategies, have really kind of solidified that that's one of the strategies you're going to go for a win condition. So you're seeing a lot of other decks, other archetypes that used to be more diverse, just throwing in Heliod and Walking Ballista into their mix. Many aggro strategies have gone that route, especially the white aggro strategies. You don't see like some of these human strategies like we saw before. They're just back into Heliod and Walking Ballista. And then same thing with a lot of these combo decks. They're just figuring out that Thassa's Oracle is probably the best way to go about it. So I think that the staleness of Pioneer and just the push power level of Standard have turned Pioneer into, well, this is a rotating format, meaning that whenever a new set comes out, it just really breaks it. We're seeing those like Horia as well with the companions that have really taken the Pioneer meta for a loop as well, with like Lurrus, which I expect will get banned in every format eventually. However, this is a discussion for another day about that particular effect of Standard on like Pioneer, Legacy, Modern. With that said, if you go down these lists where the magic really starts to happen with the Modern Horizons, you have even cards like Archmage's Charm that sees quite a bit of play actually in Modern and a decent amount of play in Commander. And even things like Plague Engineers that just go in basically every black sideboard. So the more that you keep looking down at this $3 range, $4 range, you can expect these cards to continue to go up in value. So I am very bullish on the Modern Horizons for that reason. I think that it is a good buy at $163 if you can get it on that price. That's a lot cheaper than you can find it elsewhere. And the EV is right there to start to be cracked. Give it like if you look at this trajectory, I would say a month or two, and we're probably going to be at that price point. So I'm going to keep my eye on this to let everyone know if the supply is low, but I wouldn't wait. I think it's a good buy to start picking up the Modern Horizons. Yeah, there are a lot of people that have invested in this, so there are many, many copies of sealed boxes and closets out there, so keep that in mind as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video with the Modern Horizons outlook, and let me know in the comment section below if you agree or disagree with me on this set. This has been Kevin with The Rogue Market. Thanks for watching.